What's up, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we have this 2022 Corolla right here. Customer states they ended up filling the gas tank up with diesel fuel. Good thing they caught it early. So what you guys are looking at right now, I'm actually running a hose, just a regular fuel hose, vapor hose, to the supply line. Let's see if I can get a shot to the supply line right here. And then that fuel hose is just actually going to a drain bucket. So the customer has a full tank right now, so this is the best method for me to recover the fuel, and then from here I'm gonna have to try to find another container to pump it out of. So how much would a job like this take? Well, the good thing is the customer has a modern vehicle where I can just go on the computer. Let me show you guys. So here I have the computer set up on active test. So I go on the scan tool. As you can see, 2022 Corolla. And here I can activate the fuel pump. So I'm gonna just go ahead and command it on. Right here. So now the fuel pump should be running and pumping out the fuel. So that's the hose that you guys saw me, that I had connected to the supply line. And that's the good thing with these modern vehicles. So I don't have to drop the tank to get all the diesel fuel out. So a job like this is actually, we got about 3.5 hours to empty it out. And the customer has a full tank, guys. So they ended up filling it up all the way to the top, and then realized, I don't know how, at the end that, you know, it was diesel fuel they were pumping inside of the car this whole time. But anyway, 3.5 hours to drain this fuel out. Now I know you're thinking, hey Junior, the computer is doing all the work. Why so high? Shouldn't it be maybe about an hour to pump all this fuel out? Well, anytime you're dealing with fuel, guys, you really don't want to leave it unattended. So I would love to be able to just set up my computer and then just be able to walk away and do something else. I really don't want to take my eyes off of this job, because that's when things happen. Somebody comes with a lighter, they don't know you have fuel vapor everywhere, and then next thing you know, you have a fire. So anytime you're dealing with fuel, you want to make sure you keep an eye on it. And oh, before I forget, guys, some of you I know is gonna say, hey, you're just using the computer to do this. It should be a little cheaper. Well, let me show you guys something. You see this USB cable right here that's going down to the data link connector? That cable is gonna run you about $500 or $600 depending on where you're at. So that cable actually costs more than this Lenovo computer. So are you guys willing to invest $600 on a cable to be able to do this with a scan tool, or are you gonna drop the tank? Dropping the tank is not fun either, depending on the car. So, you know, these things cost money, guys. So I know you might be thinking, oh, that's a little bit too high, 3.5 hours to drain the fuel out of this. It shouldn't be that much money, but these tools to be able to communicate with these ECMs, they cost money. And again, if you don't want to spend on that to communicate and be able to activate and command these ECM to do these things, you can get up underneath and drop the tank, but you're going to need a set of jack stands, a floor jack, and again, some more tools. So it costs money to make your life easier, guys. So I don't want you to guys think I'm hitting this customer over the head. I'm actually using my personal computer that I have for myself to be able to do this. The shop has their own big computer that, you know, we all share, but that costs money too. They're about $5 grand each. So none of this stuff is cheap, guys. Here I have this little glass jar. Let me get a sample and show you guys. So I get the camera to capture it. See, it has like that greenish, bluish tint to it. So they're definitely right. They called it. It is diesel fuel. So I don't know if you guys are in need of diesel fuel. I got some right here if you need some. But I don't know if this is just a rookie mistake. Maybe they just started off driving. Maybe they just graduated. It's the first time on the road. I don't see an experienced driver making this kind of mistake. But it happens, guys. So if you just started off driving, or you have a crazy story, put it down in the comments. Have you ever made a mistake like this with your vehicle? Let me check out the spark plugs. Normally when you have diesel fuel and the customer's been running it for a while, what tends to happen is the spark plugs will get fouled. Well, first you'll have an extremely rich mixture. So you'll get a DTC for system air fuel ratio too rich. And usually it's extremely negative. So that's the first sign that you're running diesel fuel. And if that happens for a while and you've been running it on the diesel fuel for a while, so the spark plug tip would actually get burnt out. You would actually see it very fouled and it will become really dark and like filled with carbon. So let me go ahead and take the spark plugs out. So depending on the vehicle make and model, this mistake could have been a lot more costly, because imagine if it was an old school vehicle and I didn't have the active test capability to energize the fuel pump and just pump fuel out. What I would have had to do is drop the tank for real. And if you're talking about an older vehicle, you're talking about exhaust pipes may be in the way and they may be rusted. So now you're thinking about torching some exhaust bolts and cutting off this, cutting off that. So the fact this happened to a newer vehicle actually ended up saving the customer some money. I want to get a little magnet, pick up the spark plug. There you go. So the spark plug tip is not burnt or foul, so the customer actually is going to save some money on having to replace these spark plugs. Why? Because that's only because they caught it early. If they would have been driving on this, maybe the car would have still been able to run for a while. I've seen customer come in where, you know, it's still running, but it is very foul and they're gonna have drivability issues if they continue driving it that way. So this customer actually saved himself on the spark plug by reporting it early. So yeah, guys, if you got one of these crazy stories, drop it down in the comments. What's the craziest thing you've done with your own personal vehicle? Whether it was when you just learned how to drive or something you've done recently. So all of us are prone to making mistakes, so I don't want to bash this customer for it. It can easily happen. Maybe you're in a rush and you just grab the wrong handle and life get in the way, guys. So I'm not gonna try to go too hard on this customer. Because I know when I first started driving, I left my key in the car before. And I had to get a Slim Jim and try to get through the window. And I'm damaging the door trim, and it's got a nice crease into it. So things happen, guys. But you're probably wondering, is it easier to pump the gas out using the scan tool, or is it quicker if I would have just dropped the tank on this 22 Corolla? Well, dropping the fuel tank on this 22 Corolla is not a difficult job itself. It's fairly easy, but you know the saying, work smarter, not harder. So that's what I'm doing here. And yes, it'll probably been maybe an hour for me to drop the tank, quickly dump it out, but like I said, I would rather do this. But again, this is easier, but at the same time, I can't just walk away and leave this unattended. I have to stay right here just in case anything goes south, any electrical fire starts. That's not what you want. Then all of us would be out of a job for a few days, if not weeks. So now what you guys are looking at, the setup that I have here this is what we use to clean out the injectors. So we have some EFI additives in there, some chemicals that will hook up to the, I don't know if you guys will be able to see it, but anyway, it's going to the supply line. So remember, before I have this hose connected to the supply line coming from the pump, emptying out the diesel fuel to the bucket. Meanwhile, I have this one going to the fuel line that's going to the injectors themselves. So while the car is running, I'm gonna be pumping the old gas out, and at the same time, the EFI additives will clean out the injector rails along with the injectors. And that way it will give me some time to reset the fuel trim values. So let me go ahead and start it up. And you can see too, the can right now, it's pressurized to 40 PSI. So that's enough to keep the additive pressure inside of the fuel rail so the car is able to run. Anyways, let me go ahead and get ready to start it up and show you guys the difference. Vehicle has started. Let me go ahead and empty out this fuel. put some of the gas that I recently put in there, just so you guys can see the difference. So this is what regular E87 gas should look like. You see it doesn't have that greenish, bluish tint to it. That's because I just added the correct type of gas in there, and all the ones that was inside of the tank are now out. So it looked like the new gas is starting to pump through the line, so I'm gonna go ahead and shut the vehicle off and get ready to reconnect the system back. So as you can see, there's a little bit more to it than just emptying out the old diesel fuel, because we still got to run that EFI additive to make sure you flush whatever's in that fuel rail out. I mean, technically you could have just let the new gas make its way in and self-clean, but you know, you might as well do everything while you have the car here, because now you're gonna risk the customer leaving here with a check engine light. So that's all there is to it, guys. Let me know if you have any embarrassing stories when you first started off driving. Maybe you left your key inside of the car. Maybe you put E85 in the tank instead of diesel fuel. Put it down in the comments. Let me know. I hope you guys found this video informative. And if you did, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button. As always, thanks for watching.